You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, please visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. I want to thank everybody who subscribes to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. Hey, if you don't, please subscribe, like, share, because anything that we do on the Prime Real Estate Network podcast is meant only to educate everyone in the greater Houston area and all over the world. I want to give a big shout out to the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, that's out on assignment this week. Filling his seat admirably is the lovely and talented Miss Kristen Rochelle of Egypt Johnson Group at REMAX Generation. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, man, this has been a great show. I want to thank you so much as far as your transparency and sharing your story. I found out some things about you that I didn't know previously, so thank you so much for sharing. Our guest this week is Mr. Patrick Action Jackson, owner, CEO, and founder of Action Online Marketing LLC. What's going on, my brother?
Yes, sir. We back, man.
I want to thank you so much, man, because our first segment, you shared so many things about your company, who you serve, and why your services are so valued. I want to talk a little bit about your books that you've written, because you've authored books. You've done trainings. Can we talk about what it is from an actual at-home business perspective that you present to retired athletes and now retired servicemen and women?
You're welcome.
I have a book called Attention Game Over for former athletes, and it walks them through 7 different online platforms they could do. And podcast was one, and this was a podcast was without the video. So you had podcasts on the radio.
You have to listen like audiobook.
Exactly. Now everybody is merging the video part of it. Of course, YouTube, having a YouTube channel. I call it domain name flipping, where you can buy domain names and you can hold them and let them build in value. And all it is just it's in between your head, the creative ideas you can get from watching the trends and coming up with creative names and adding the .com, .org, .nets to those domain names, and you can flip them. And I'm also building websites, building funnel sites or blogging. If you like to write, set up a blog and just write your experiences. And trust me, it's a global marketplace.
Wow.
Global marketplace. And you can bring up something about how to put on a nice derby hat and lean it to the right. You can put that in there and build keywords to it and write about it, write about your experiences. And so I tell guys, you have a unique experience. Please use that. Tell your story. Right. Because so many people want to hear about you. It gravitates the world over.
Wow.
So that's why I try to really get guys to share the story over and over and over.
As I've done my research leading up to your interview, one of the things and one of the aspects of your company that I think is set to explode is the opportunity to work with collegiate athletes.
Okay.
I'm sure that in the very near future, collegiate athletes will have the right and the opportunity to monetize their own likeness from an online perspective. And I think some of those high schoolers that are elite and that are planning on going to that next level, having a YouTube channel, starting a blog, are things that as they continue to go through their collegiate experience can benefit them monetarily and give them a platform for those few that aspire to go to the professional level. They'll already have those things set up. You do a lot of mentoring with high school and college kids. Is that something that you've mentioned to them as far as the importance of establishing a quality brand young and not getting just too out of pocket online?
Yes. Yes. I mean, back to your question about the high school and college athlete. Right now, if they have a Twitter account and Twitter file, you start getting over them high numbers in Twitter. You can become an affiliate and recommend one product, and that one product could pretty much pay for your whole tuition.
Right.
Just that easy.
Wow.
That easy.
It's so deep. And,
deep.
And it's so funny because, and this is another reason why I'm so honored to have Miss Kristen sitting in with us this week, because your online following has grown substantially in the last 6 months.
Yes.
What have you found has been the first real tangible benefit of having a heightened online persona?
I think being accepted, it helps me to continue just being me. Of course, you have the little negative Nancy's that you have to feed out, but being I'm accepted by these people, being myself. And I do have a question for you, because for students or young people who do want to have a blog, I know I created a blog, Life with Kristen Rachel. I love writing. But I know I stopped because it's like that, well, no one's reading or no one's clicking on my page, or I'm putting all this money and time into my blog, but it seems like no one cares. So what would you say to somebody who, they want to do it, but they just don't have that oomph to keep it going?
Well, they have to, if they like writing. Of course, when you like something, you will do it. It's not like pulling teeth.
Right. It's not work, right?
Now, a lot of times, video blogging became popular like 2015, 2016, where people are like, I don't like writing much, but they love the camera. Mm-hmm. So they would video blog and transfer the video over to their blog. So I would say, don't really worry about the people that's liking it or following it or clicking on this. If you get enough experiences out and be your genuine self, eventually someone is going to tap in and say, I want to follow her. I want to follow him. And when they do, and then your unique experiences, you sharing tips, sharing ideas, and sharing yourself, it gives people confidence to say, I want to do it too. Mm. So that's the simplest way I can share it with you.
And, I mentioned before we took our break is how important it is for everyone to have aspiration, motivation. And I think that's what you do for so many retired athletes. Now we're going to do the work with retired servicemen and women, because having something to get you out of the bed every morning, I think is so important but so undervalued. So I want to ask you this, because every week Larry and I have had the pleasure of interviewing over 120 entrepreneurs and business people. Who or what has served as an inspiration and motivation for you? Was it a member of your family? Was it a coach? Was it a member of your close personal inner circle? Because, of course, we all have our own light that burns inside of us. But who inspires you? What motivated you? What got the action in the Action Jacks?
Ooh, it's you mentioned family, coaches, friends, frat brothers. I'm an only child. And for me, I had a neighborhood house, so people would come over to the house and play and eat and the whole nine. But I just love to be on a team. Even if I'm an individual, I'm a solo. At the same time, my inner circle and outer circle, I say I'm standing on the shoulders of giants.
Wow.
Younger than me and older than me. Because I get it, just like last night, we had a dinner Tyler. My hometown is Tyler, Texas. We had a dinner with this young man. He came out in 2018. Had my classmate, schoolmate, 85. I came out in 86. We had some 90 graduates at this dinner. I'm a connector, so I connected everybody for this dinner. And literally, they was talking about motivation, and I'm like, I am the one that's inspired to sit at this table with you guys, because you guys give me ideas and fresh things to look at. I used to walk in the room, and when I go do mentoring at schools, I would look at all the kids' shoes and see which one is the popular color, if it's white or black, and I look at whatever sign it is on the shoe, and I would go put together a website, and then I would try to build some traction to it. So I always try to look for things that it's not. Success leaves clues.
Wow.
Success leaves clues. So I always look for any clue that motivates me. That I can't sleep all day. I got to go get up and get it.
Right.
And I want to ask you this too, Ms. Kristen, because last time we had you on the show, we had the whole team, and I didn't get a chance to ask you this specifically. Right. What motivates, inspires you on a daily basis? Because you have a lot going on right now.
Let's first say my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He gets me up out of the bed every single day, I will say, and gives me the strength to. As far as real estate, I will say my mother, as well as Ija Johnson, has just made a huge impact on me professionally, as well as personally. And yeah, of course, with fitness, you have your coaches. I had a really hard time the past 2 years. I thought I was going to go pro and came in 6th at nationals, and man, when you lose, that's the hardest. So it's the people you come home to as well that keep you going and keep you pushing.
Exactly.
You know, I want to thank you so much for sitting in with us, because I know how busy Thursdays are in the real estate world. So could you please share your Instagram handle, website, so that everyone in our audience can follow you and take in all of the great education and game you give out on a regular basis?
So my Instagram is KristenRachel_realtor. And my blog is lifewithkristenrachel.com.
Absolutely. Amen. Thank you so much. Noop, you know how it is, man. Having you sit here is almost surreal for me. So without getting way and entirely too nostalgic, please just introduce yourself one more time, share your website, your handle, so that everybody in the audience can keep up with Mr. Action Jackson.
Well, I got to say I'm inspired sitting here, and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, too. I got to say that. I can't leave that out. But my website is IamActionJackson.com. All of the books I promote, the books I write, the things I'm involved in is off of a link tree called visibility.com/Action Jackson.
And there it is.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Noop, you know, anytime you around this greater Houston area, you always got a seat here with us.
Thank you.
We get into that part of the year where Mr. Brooks can turn into vacation man. So if you ever in the city and I can get you to hold me down as a co-host, man,
hey,
you know I need a little action in here anytime I can get it, my guy. So
another number 13. Another number 13.
And look, and I got to do this before we sign off, man. Big shout out to Mr. Larry W. Brooks, man. It's been a great show. Next time we get Pat here, we're going to have you sitting in here, and then we're going to talk about old number 13 stories online. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in this week, man. I want to make sure I ask everyone, if you need anything as far as buying, selling, or investing in residential real estate, I'm only a text, DM, or email away. On behalf of myself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, that's not here right now, Mr. Action Jackson, and Ms. Kristen Rochelle, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We'll see you all next Thursday, and be blessed.